Out of all the Robert Townsend films they want to remake B.A.P.S. Sad. Just sad.
Now available in paperback and Kindle, All About Marilyn. Learn all about the struggles of a faded former teen sitcom star in this absolutely fabulous 5-star screenplay. Get All About Marilyn in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com today.
According to reports, rappers Cardi B and Meghan Thee Stallion are interested in making a remake of the 1997 Robert Townsend film, B.A.P.S. Why? Just why? Now, B.A.P.S. was a 1997 film that starred Halle Berry and Natalie Desselle as self-described Black American princesses and was supposed to be a satire of ghetto or hood rat culture. And the film B.A.P.S. was supposed to follow Halle Berry and the late Natalie Desselle's character as these two hood rats were looking to go out here and leave their town of Decatur, Georgia, where they were hairdressers who had an over-the-top style of big, tacky wigs, big, long fingernails, and gaudy clothes. And they were looking to go out here and move out of Decatur, Georgia, all the way to Hollywood to make it big. And as they were looking to make it big, they were moved into a mansion of a white man who Martin Landau played, and they were supposed to try to help care for this white man. And over the course of this movie, we're supposed to believe it's a comedy, but the whole film feels more like a modern-day minstrel show, which was basically panned by critics, flopped at the box office, and torpedoed the career of Robert Townsend. Now, before B.A.P.S. came out, Robert Townsend had an extremely promising and successful career as a black filmmaker and made many great classic films that I consider to have elevated the black race in cinema. Robert Townsend was directed in 1987, Hollywood Shuffle. Then in 1991 came out with The Five Heartbeats, which gave us a look at a Temptations-like band. And then in 1993 he followed it up with a brilliant superhero comedy, Meteor Man. And Robert Townsend was starting to grow as a filmmaker, making fantastic films. Then he decided to go out here and make the film B.A.P.S., which was supposed to be a satire on hood rats and hood rat culture. Unfortunately, the film was not very funny, nor was it very critically successful, because most critics basically took this film to the barbecue for breathing brand new life into old stereotypes in what basically was a modern-day minstrel show. And B.A.P.S., even worse, wound up flopping at the box office, not even getting near a strong opening weekend in its first week. So I don't understand why Cardi B or Meghan Thee Stallion would want to be even interested in this film, outside of it being a vehicle where they would not have to do much acting, just continue playing the same role and image that they play in many of their just tacky music videos like WAP, and basically breathing brand new life into old stereotypes about black women. That's the only reason why I would believe Cardi B and Meghan Thee Stallion would be interested in making B.A.P.S., because there's nothing positive about B.A.P.S. as a film that elevates the black image, and there's nothing positive about B.A.P.S. to talk about cinematically. Now, I just find it quite troubling that out of all the projects that Robert Townsend has produced over the years, that this is the one that Cardi B and Meghan Thee Stallion consider to be the one that they want to go out here and remake. No, out of all these projects that Robert Townsend has made over the years, they go out here and choose the one that basically just presents the worst image of black women and makes a mockery of the black woman's image. They believe that this is a good idea for a film, but this is just par for the course for a pair of women who went out here talking about a woman's WAP and going out here and presenting a pornographic video that was on the level of a XXX movie. This is just something that they would possibly find to be a good piece of media to go out here and promote in the media. Now, what's even more troubling to me than Cardi B and Meghan Thee Stallion wanting to go out here and express interest in remaking B.A.P.S is the fact that Robert Townsend talked about how there are other studios out here still interested in remaking B.A.P.S, which really shows me how deep the anti-black racism goes in Hollywood. Now here you have a movie that was basically critically panned almost 25 years ago, cooked and roasted by critics, flopped at the box office, but you've got studios thinking, oh, we can remake this film to make it better. No, I saw the original B.A.P.S twice with Halle Berry and the late Natalie Desselle, and there was no way to make another version of this film better because the source material in and of itself is so inherently racist that you're just making a modern day minstrel show no matter what you do to either make or remake this film. This film puts the worst image of black women out here. It reinforces the ideas that white supremacists have about black women, such as black women being loud, such as black women being obnoxious, black women putting on gaudy clothes, black women having these 2 and 3 inch long fingernails. It does not really present a respectable image of black women, but the media arm of white supremacy loves going out here and degrading the black female image because this is how many of the white women out here get entertained, because they like seeing black women being presented as these caricatures like the Mammy and the Sapphire, which are featured prominently in a movie like B.A.P.S. That makes white women feel comfortable about their place in society, because if they see black women as in an unattractive light, it makes them feel like they are safe in their place at the top of the social hierarchy as the ideal woman to aspire to be. And that's why they're interested in going out here and wanting to continue to make this film and continue to ask Robert Townsend if they could go out here and make a remake of one of the worst films in his entire film resume, instead of looking to go out here and possibly make a remake of Hollywood Shuffle, a film that brilliantly made a commentary on the struggles of black actors and the struggles to make quality black roles and the struggle to get quality roles for black actors, similar to what I did in my script All About Marilyn, where I talk about the struggles of a black actress in order to find work in the entertainment industry. But nobody wants to talk about the struggles of a black actress in the entertainment industry to find quality work. And what's really sad is, instead of looking to go out here and try to create a quality role and some quality scripts, what we have is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion looking to try to further degrade the black image and trying to make a payday at the expense of the black woman's image by going out here and promoting a movie that features some of the worst stereotypes about black women, all while talking about how they're all about black female empowerment. Well, how is it empowering when you're out here playing a role that breathes brand new life into old racist stereotypes about black women? Critical question I would like to ask the non-black Cardi B and the, I believe, Islander Megan Thee Stallion. Again, these are not black American women who don't understand how their behavior reflects on the black American woman's image, because the way they act is going to go out here and do damage to the black American woman's image by presenting her as a loud, out-of-control person who does not know how to carry and conduct herself in social situations, does not have any sort of discipline or self-control. And while B.A.P.S played that for a laugh with the audience, there were a whole bunch of white supremacists sitting in that same audience laughing at the ostentatious behavior of these black women, and it made those white racists feel comfortable to see those old stereotypes brought back to life for them once more. And that's the whole troubling thing about the B.A.P.S movie back in 1997 that is troubling today, is that all it's doing is we have people who haven't learned any better in the last 20 plus years. And in that last 20 plus years, where the black image was supposed to have evolved from classic Robert Townsend films like Hollywood Shuffle, The Five Heartbeats, and films like Meteor Man, we just see a state of decline where the black image seems to keep falling further and further into decline. And instead of people looking to elevate the black image, they continue to try to bring it down by talking about making a remake of B.A.P.S, something that black girls do not need to see. We've already had so many, again, negative images of black girls and black women, and this would further reinforce those stereotypes, because here we have them talking about, oh, we want to make another B.A.P.S because it'll be just like WAP. Well, all of this is whack as I see it, because it, one, shows a complete lack of imagination and creativity, and two, it just shows me how racist Hollywood is, because out of, again, all of the films that Robert Townsend has produced, and he's produced many brilliant films, you go to the one that flopped at the box office, the one that was absolute garbage, and you're talking about you want to remake this film. And again, remakes just show a lack of creativity and imagination when you could go out here and make something fresh and original, like I did with All About Marilyn when I wrote the script for that film. I mean, I wrote a script about a struggling black actress in Hollywood that shows the humanity of a black woman, shows how she has to deal with a whole lot of things like typecasting and anti-black racism, and shows how she carries herself with grace and confidence and just everything that I knew about black women that was positive. But the entertainment industry don't want to do that, because to showcase a slim, attractive, fit black woman going out here and being the heroine of a movie, that it seems to make them uncomfortable. But when I hand this same script to white women, they are all happy about it. They absolutely love that story. But we have Cardi B and Meghan Thee Stallion wanting to go out here and make another B.A.P.S. Again, it's just showing me that they just are all about promoting stereotypes that fit their image of black women, where we're going to see twerking and other minstrel antics. And that, again, is not something I really would want to see at the theaters. And that was one of the things that turned me off in 1997 when I first heard this movie announced. And that was the first time I ever shook my head about a Halle Berry movie. The second time I shook my head was Swordfish. And the third time I was basically just disgusted was Monsters Ball. And to hear that out of all of Robert Townsend's movies and all of his work, this is the one Hollywood wants to produce, this just absolutely disgusts me, because it shows me that even though Bill Cosby made his best efforts to go out here and try to improve the black image, even though guys like Robert Townsend in the beginning were interested in trying to improve the black image, black folks are so spellbound, like I talk about in my novel Spellbound, about fitting into the black box that's acceptable to white people, that they will go out here and compromise their integrity, compromise their dignity, all to be a stereotype that a white person finds acceptable, because that's what B.A.P.S is all about, being a stereotype that's acceptable to white people so that they can go and live up in the big house with the white man. Basically, that whole movie was, again, a minstrel show where we were seeing these two black women who had their own business and doing well, sacrificing everything to go live with the white man inside of his big house, saying that being a house slave is better than being on your own, and that you'll receive big rewards for going to live in the big house with Massa. That's why I was absolutely disgusted with that movie, B.A.P.S, because the movie B.A.P.S basically, again, is an insult to black people. It's an insult because here we have, again, a director who had all the freedom to make any film that he wanted, and he made a film that breathed brand new life into old stereotypes, thinking this was going to get him to the next level, but it was a major setback for his career. And they want to bring it back, talking about, oh, we could make this film better. No, there's no making this film better, because with Cardi B and Meghan Thee Stallion, all you're going to do is make a modern-day minstrel show on the level of Beulah, on the level of Mammy, just an absolute clown show. And again, just shows me how sad and the state of affairs in Hollywood is as related to the image of black women. And what's sad is that we've got non-black women trying to take the lead as related to the black woman's image, and many black women aren't pushing back, thinking that this is going to be good for them. No, you got to sisters, you got to get out here and start taking control of your image, because these women who are non-black, They are not thinking about you. They're not thinking about how you're going to look. You're the one who's going to have to take the brunt of films like B.A.P.S. that breathe brand new life into stereotypes, led by a Dominican woman and a West Indian woman, not led by foundational black Americans, and not our story. But we have to take control of our image and take control of our stories, because we can do better than B.A.P.S. No, if we want to learn all about black women, we can go out here and make stuff like All About Marilyn and show what all black women are about, and show how much better black women can be than the stereotypes Hollywood wants to produce about the sisters. Now, if you want to pick up my screenplay All About Marilyn and learn about the struggles of black actresses in Hollywood, you can find that script on Amazon.com in Kindle and paperback by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to pick up my absolutely fabulous 5-star comedy All About Nikki, you can pick up the first season on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format, and you get 13 episodes of very fun comedy featuring a sister in Beverly Hills. And that book also is available in paperback and Kindle format, and it's also available on Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you also want to read some of my other books about black heroines, such as the Isis series, such as the E-Steam series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, such as Spellbound, The Legendary Mad Matilda, and Spinsterella, and you also want to pick up my other book, A Recipe for Success and Eternal Night, you can find all that great black women's fiction on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find it at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos making criticisms of Hollywood, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, All About Nikki, a fabulous first season. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meets Clueless in this absolutely fabulous African-American 1990s teen sitcom. Get all 13 episodes of All About Nikki, the fabulous first season, in paperback and e-readers today.